The topic was a roadmap to prosperity, about preparing and engaging the next generation for an ultimate transition of wealth. So that was the topic this morning. I think that the key takeaways were really what are the key issues in making sure that there is a successful wealth transfer, and we talked about the regularity of succession and wealth transfers failing and what are the reasons for those failures, and talked about some of the tools that families can use to address those to make sure that the next generation is prepared for an ultimate transition of wealth. The theme of the presentation was pretty consistent with a real desire that seems to have come out of this conference over the last couple of days. There's a real appetite for that type of assistance for families and advisors to families. So the questions that came from that were twofold. There was some questions around timing and how soon do families start conversations with the children and what those conversations look like. And the other one was really about how to start that conversation with families. So there was some real, I guess you'd probably initially call it hesitance from advisors as to whether they want to engage in that conversation and how they engage in that conversation. So some of the questions were around that, and tried to put them at ease about how they can introduce the topic, and then what the steps are to engage other experts to help them and their clients in that process. There's no question the whole intergenerational wealth transfer piece is a massive piece and a massive issue globally. Arguably, we're in the greatest intergenerational wealth transfer event that will ever happen in our lifetime. So, in the US alone, there's $1 trillion of assets being transferred from one generation to the next every year for the next 50 years. And when you consider 70% of wealth transitions fail, the importance on dealing with those issues has never been more important. And those requirements and issues are consistent whether they're in the US, Europe, Asia, or other parts of the globe. I think the opportunity is significant, and I think it can't be a lot worse when we're talking about a 70% failure rate. So I think the opportunity is significant. I think the opportunity to assist families and help in that succession can only improve, and we're looking forward to doing that.